Okay, let's go. 2.4b. We're running on 14% and a dream right now. So let's work through these. All right. It's just basically practice of everything we went over in 2.4a. If you have questions, I would consult that. I'm going to be going through these in a little bit more of an efficient time frame now. Okay. You guys are all smart enough at this point to understand what an isolated absolute value should look like. Okay. This is isolated. It doesn't have anything on the outside of those bars. So we can immediately just go into a split. Don't forget that when you split with an inequality, you have to flip that inequality as well as turn the sign. So multiply by 8, multiply by 8. X is greater than or equal to, or less than or equal to, I apologize, 32. Multiply by 8, multiply by 8. X is greater than or equal to a negative 32. Which one is smaller? Well, definitely negative 32 is. And then on this side, we can definitely do the 32. Okay, closed circle for sure, closed circle for sure. And we are going to be going in on both of these. Okay, so writing out your inequality. Let's do our inequality here. Our inequality, so we'll just do IQ, I guess, is going to be negative 32, less than or equal to x, less than or equal to 32. And then our interval, int, is going to be bracket negative 32, comma 32, the bracket as well. Okay, that's what we're looking for. Now, moving on to the next one. Once again, 2 is going to be an isolated value to start. So we can immediately split and go v plus 9 greater than or equal to 10. And then we can say v plus 9 less than or equal to negative 10. Minus your 9 from both sides. V is greater than or equal to 1. Minus your 9 from both sides. V is less than or equal to a negative 19. Okay, so let's now graph it. Negative 19 is going to be on the left since it's smaller. 1 is going to be on the right. You're going to get a large one, and you guys can kind of see the value is pointing out here, pointing to the right, so we're going to shade right. For the same thing for the pink. It's going to be a closed circle here, shading left. Okay? Your inequality, I should say, is going to be written out as, well, it's an or statement, so we should do x is less than or equal to negative 19, or x is greater than or equal to 1. Just like that. Your interval is going to be negative infinity with a parenthesis, comma, negative 19 with a bracket, then you union, bracket, 1, comma, infinity. And that's your answer. Okay, it's not isolated. We've got to take care of the 6. Add your 6 first. You will get 1 correct answer and 1 wrong answer if you don't. And sometimes you might not even get 2 right answers. Okay, we are looking at the absolute value of negative 10, b, less than 30. Okay, we can split now. Negative 10b, less than 30. Divide by negative 10. Divide by negative 10. We are dividing by a negative, so we got to make sure we flip that inequality. So now b is greater than negative 3. Negative 10b, greater than or equal to negative 30. Divide by negative 10. b is less than 3. Perfect. Works out great for us. Negative 3 is going to be on our left side. It's going to be pointing in. B3 is going to be on our right side. It's also going to be pointing in. Okay? So, shading it. Shading it. It's an and equation here, for sure. So when we write our inequality, no, that's not inequality. We want to do negative 3 less than x less than 3. Okay? And then for our interval, we're going to write parentheses, negative 3, comma 3. And that is your answer. Okay? All right. Absolute value is not yet solved for. This little 3 on the bottom is kind of screwing it up for us. Get rid of it. Okay. Now you are looking at, threes cancel. You're looking at the absolute value of p minus 8 greater than 15. So check battery level real fast. We good. Okay. P minus 8 is greater than 15. So split your value. P minus 8 greater than 15. P minus 8 less than negative 15. Add your value of 8 to both sides. Get that P alone. P is greater than 23. Add that 8 to both sides. P is less than negative 7. Negative 7 is smaller. It goes on the left. 23 is larger. It goes on the right. Okay. If I go negative 7, it's pointing left from that line, based on that inequality. Kind of see it points in that direction. Okay. And for the 23, it's pointing right. So let's now do our interval, or our inequality, I should say, first. So our inequality in this case is going to be negative infinity, not my interval, is going to be x is less than negative 7. Now, you see how they're going out, so it's or x is greater than 23. Our interval is going to be the one I was just barely doing and found out I screwed up. Negative infinity, comma, negative 7, parentheses, union, 23, comma, infinity. Okay? That's all you got to do. There's your answer. So, continue on with it, guys. Whew. Already isolated. What a blessing. 2 minus 5b less than or equal to 17. 2 minus 5b less than or equal to a negative 17. Solve for each of them. No, my goodness, I screwed that up again too. You've got to make sure you flip that inequality. Even I screwed that up. Be better than me. Okay, subtract your 2, subtract your 2. Negative 5b less than 15. Divide off your negative 5. If we're dividing by a negative, got to make sure we flip the inequality. So b is greater than or equal to negative 3. Same thing applies here with the net 2. Minus those 2's. Negative 5b greater than or equal to negative 19. Okay, when we divide off that negative 5, the negative will cancel as well, but we should end up with b is less than 19 over 15 because that doesn't reduce well for us. Good thing is that negative 3 is most definitely going to be on the left side, be a closed circle. Okay, 19 over 15. Let's take that back real fast. Not 19 over 15. We want to make that a 5 for us. That's better. Okay, 19 over 5. Now, going to be a closed circle as well. Going in. I can tell because of the way it points. Points right off the negative 3, so I'm going to go right with it. Okay, our inequality in this case is going to be negative 3 less than or equal to x less than or equal to 19 over 5. Then the same thing for the interval here. We're going to get bracket negative 3 comma 19 over 15 over 5. Man, I keep saying 15. Okay, and there's your answer. Okay, already isolated. Split 4 plus 4m greater than or equal to 16. 4 plus 4m less than or equal to a negative 16. Okay, subtract your 4, subtract your 4. 4m greater than or equal to 12. Divide off your 4 from both sides. M greater than or equal to 3. Minus your 4, minus your 4. 4m less than or equal to negative 20. Divide off your 4, divide off your 4. M less than or equal to a negative 5. Okay? Write out your answer stuff. Smaller number is definitely going to be negative 5 in this case. It's going to be a closed circle, and it's going to be going left based on where the inequality is pointing. Okay? 3 is going to be over here, closing the circle and pointing right. Okay? So, now we can write out our inequality. It's going to be x is less than or equal to negative 5, or x is greater than or equal to 3. For interval, we have negative infinity, comma, negative 5, parenthesis, or bracketed, because it's an equal to, union, bracket, 3, comma, infinity. And there's your answers. Okay, last couple. Let me make sure I still have enough battery to get through this. Okay. All right, not isolated. Get rid of this negative 10. You should know at this point that we have to divide it. Okay. Get rid of that. Get the absolute value of 1 plus 4x greater than... Oh, no, we divided by a negative, correct? Less than or equal to 1. Okay, now we can split. 1 plus 4x less than or equal to 1. 1 plus 4x greater than or equal to a negative 1. Subtract your 1, subtract your 1. You're already going to kind of see what this is. 4x is less than or equal to 0. We divide off 4. So x is less than or equal to 0. Minus 1, minus 1. I didn't seem to write minus 4 here, guys. 4x greater than or equal to negative 2. Divide the 4. And we will end up with x is greater than or equal to a negative 1/2. Okay? Negative 1/2 is smaller. It's going to be a closed circle on that one. 0 is larger. It's going to be a closed circle as well on that one. And you can see left off 0. You can see right off negative 1/2. Okay, write your inequality. You're going to get negative 1/2 less than or equal to x less than or equal to 0. Okay, your interval notation is going to give you bracket negative 1/2 comma 0 with a bracket. And there you go. Done. Okay. Next one. Get rid of this. Oh, we don't have anything right there. I don't know why it's missing. That seems a little bit strange to me. For the sake of it, you know what? We don't have it. We can't do it. Okay. All right. So there you guys go. If you guys need another example of one to do like number 8, you guys can always go back and look at the notes and see something that looks like E, for example, would be a really good one to look at there. Okay, basically the same exact problem. The 5 is just in front. You're still going to subtract the 5 to the other side. Okay? All right. If you guys have any questions, make sure to ask your teacher.